the planning and infrastructure bill makes infrastructure first, makes the roads come first, makes the doctors' surgeries come first, makes the schools come first, because I couldn't find it. So can you tell us, the Secretary of State, then, what in the planning and infrastructure bill makes infrastructure on development come first?
Well, first of all, the stuff, it's not the planning infrastructure. The infrastructure in the planning infrastructure bill is things like the nature recovery and dealing with things like nutrient neutrality and around streamlining planning. So planning applications, they can focus on the more contentious areas where you do need to then thrash out, as part of the planning process, the critical infrastructure that is needed. The role that we're playing across government through national infrastructure as well, and working with other departments, is about if there is a school or a hospital or roads. We're already investing in transport, significant amount of investment in transport that the previous government didn't do. And that is around making sure that if we're planning new towns, for example, or we're doing significant amounts of housing in an area, that infrastructure comes as part of that programme. Now, that takes time to do. I'm not going to have been able to do that in 12 months. You can appreciate that. But we're already doing that work, and we're already holding developers to account, which, again, the previous government didn't have a way of doing that, which at the moment people were frustrated that developers would come back after agreeing a programme of infrastructure and then say, well, we can't deliver that. And we're already now holding them to account to say, you've promised that as part of the development, we're going to make sure that happens, and we're supporting local authorities in making sure they do that. Because that's the buy-in that you'll get from the public with this. They know we need the houses, but they say we want to have a say in where they are, and we want to make sure the infrastructure is there as part of that. And I am absolutely clear on that mandate being caveated on those two conditions.
Okay, well.
Thank you, Chairman. Deputy Prime Minister, I do welcome the £39 billion investment in affordable and social housing, but given in my constituency of Woking, and actually the Chairman's constituency, it costs at least £200,000 to build a home in the UK. That's a roughly 300 affordable homes in the country across each constituency. That's clearly not enough to meet the demand. Why has the government gone for the £39 billion figure? Is it what you genuinely think you can afford rather than what we as a country need?
Well, the country will need way more than what we can give them in terms of housing, but there again, being able to have the construction, to have the facilities to enable to get us to that place is a fine balance. One of the things that has been said to me, relax 106 notices and people can build, and it's, well, no, we need to build communities, so you've got to have the infrastructure in place. That takes time, so that's a figure and the amount we've got, which I believe will be able to create not just houses, but homes and communities, which are incredibly important as part of that. And also, like I said before, challenging the private rental sector as well with the measures we're taking in the Renters' Rights Bill to protect those renters at the moment, which I don't feel the protection has been there for them, which has left them feeling even more vulnerable. So I think that this will make a huge impact. But we have to remember the reason we've got into this mess is for over a decade and a half, we haven't grasped the nettle on this issue. We haven't dealt with the long-term problems of the housing crisis, and we are starting to turn that around. And I think there has been a national conversation about this now, because I don't think there's a family in this country that doesn't know somebody in their family that have got a housing need that isn't being met. And we are working to deliver that, whether that's through the additional money we're putting into skills